Hey guys, and welcome to another episode here at Transform Your Body TV. On today's episode, I'm going to explain, hopefully in the next 2 or 3 minutes, how artificial sweeteners are making you fat. Now, one of the most popular artificial sweeteners, one you'll be able to find the most information about, is called aspartame. And aspartame is 200 times sweeter than sugar, and it's used in thousands and thousands of food and drinks across just almost every country. Because it's so cheap to produce and stuff like that, and it is so addictive, that's why so many food companies use it. And it's in, food, drinks, other things, crisps, chewing gum, cereals, even stuff we don't think is necessarily sugar or is sweetened, it usually is, and it's to sell more and make it more addictive. And what this causes is, I don't know what I'll call the artificial sweetener cycle. And what it starts off with is you consuming something like, say, a sweet drink, okay? And this tells your brain you've just had some sweetness, right? And so when your brain gets that, it tells your brain that there's food coming, okay? Or more importantly, it tells your brain that there's nutrition coming. And your brain waits for this nutrition, and when it doesn't come, because there's no, Coke Zero or something, and there's no, or Coke Diet Coke, and there's no calories in it, or there's no nutrition in it, it's just just sweeteners, then what happens is the nutrition isn't found, your brain realizes the nutrition isn't found, and it increases your hunger, because your brain says, okay, we're taking in all this sweetness, I'm expecting some nutrition, and then when it doesn't come, it's saying, well, I still want the nutrition, so it makes you hungry. And because it makes you hungry, you eat more of it, or you drink more of it, and then that makes you gain weight because suddenly you're craving all these sweeter foods. Now, what this usually comes out in is if you say, have a chocolate bar or something like that, and it's got this sweetener, usually aspartame, something like that, in it, then it starts off this cycle. And so what happens is you eat the chocolate bar, you suddenly feel, like it's not filled you up, you haven't got any nutrition from it, that's just your brain telling you that it wants some nutrition, you haven't given it to it, but you've told it it's on its way by having something sweet. And so it's really confused your brain. And because it's confused your brain's just saying, I want more food. And so you're just going to go after more and more food. And if you consume more and more of it, you're just starting this cycle over and over again, and it goes from here, all the way back to the start, and you just start on some kind of crazy path, just going for it, eating more and more crisps or sweets or drinks or something like that. Now, there's 2 things you can do to stop this. And the first one is first recognize when it's happening. Okay, it might not happen every time that you have, the smallest amount of sweetener in something like this or any of the other, I think it's something like 6,000 different foods that it's in. But if you start having them on a regular basis, or you start having them in larger quantities, it will start this path. So recognize when it's happening, and then what you can do, the second point here, is eat something organic and unprocessed. Your brain, your body wants the nutrition. So after you start this cycle, give it the nutrition and it will settle down. And so that's really the 2 things that you need to do in order to break this cycle. And if you are currently gaining weight or you're looking to lose weight, then you really need to recognize when this cycle is happening, because this will be one of the things you're doing wrong. As I say, aspartame, I think just by itself, not even counting the other sweeteners out there, is in over 6,000 different foods. So it's very, very hard to find out what they are and how to avoid them. But what you need to do is recognize when it's happening, and then eat something organic and unprocessed to try and break you out of this cycle, give your body some nutrition, and hopefully, get over the next wave when it comes. So hopefully that gives you some more information on why sweeteners are one of the worst things you can eat, especially if you're trying to lose weight, and what you can do when you feel this cycle, when you feel yourself falling back into this cycle. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.